Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elder bishops at Great Millstone who continue to guide us through the Spirit. All right, peace and blessings. Shalom to the Most High's hopeful elect. I'm your brother Yagadal. I'm one from GMS Houston. All right, back another lesson. All right, now I just wanted to touch on the two kingdoms. All right, which the two kingdoms are the northern and southern kingdom. Okay, which will make up the 12 tribes of Israel. But due to King Solomon's transgression, okay, by setting up idols to heathen gods, all right, behind his concubines, all right, it was prophesied that the Lord was going to rend the kingdoms apart, okay, and split them in two. Okay, so I just wanted to go into that because it went from that to now. All right, we are here in 2025. We're seeing, all right, and we've been seeing it since the YouTube era. Okay, all right, the tribes coming back together. All right, the northern and southern tribes coming out on the highways and byways, prophesying together. All right, as it was prophesied, okay, to happen. Okay, letting you know that we're at the end of this thing. All right, and this place is getting ready to go. All right, because those two witnesses spoken of in Revelation 11 chapter, all right, are established now. Okay, all right, to expose this devil, fish for the elect, and prophesy the downfalls of this kingdom. Okay, but before I get into the scriptures, I just want to mention, all right, a couple, I say some days ago, maybe last week, I had done a lesson going into Yahweh Shai is coming to fix what he did as Adam. Okay, now just how, all right, and this is the same situation here. Okay, being that Yahweh Shai, all right, was King Solomon. All right, King Solomon, all right, the kingdom was split because of his actions, because of his transgression. But through Yahweh Shai going on the cross and dying for our sins, okay, what he opened understanding, okay, for this great awakening, all right, which led to the two nations, the two kingdoms coming back together as one. Okay, so as King Solomon, he caused the split, and through Yahweh Shai, all right, the reunion, so to speak, has happened. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, I want to kind of get straight to the point. This is 1 Kings 11, and I'll start at verse 9. This is 1 Kings 11 and 9. It says, "And the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my commandment, my covenant, and my statutes which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake." And this is just real quick. That's the importance of, all right, the house of David being established, all right, because, all right, we have been bestowed upon us what? The mercies of David. Okay, so even off of King Solomon, mercy was shown because of his father David. Okay, which was a friend of a man after the Most High's own heart. Okay, all right, but it says, "But I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son of David, my servant." Salakia. It says, "But will give one tribe to thy son for David, my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen." And the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was king. He was of the king's seed in Edom. All right, Edom bitch ass always been around stirring up problems, man. But the Most High had purpose for him within his lot. Okay, to be the wicked. Okay, when we transgressed the Most High, he used Esau. Okay, all right, our main enemy. Okay, it says, you know what, that's it right there. I just wanted to get to that point stating why the Most High separated the nation of Israel into two separate kingdoms because of King Solomon, all right, not keeping the covenant and the statutes, all right, in the form of what? All right, well, I'll read verse 1. This is 1 Kings 11:1. It says, but King Solomon loved many strange women, women of other nations, concubines. It says, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them. Now that means you can't have them as a concubine. That means you can't marry them, have them as a wife, as you would do an Israelite woman. Okay? All right, and sleeping with white women is not the mark of the beast. All right. It says, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their God. Solomon clave unto these in love, and that's what happened in his old age. All right, his heart was turned after their gods. All right, and not the Most High power. All right, and the judgment was what? To have the kingdom rent from him and set up, all right, two separate kingdoms, all right, which now have come back together, okay, through Yahweh Shai and his sacrifice, okay, and going and loosen the seven seals and open up the understanding had been sealed since the time of Daniel, Salakia. Okay, so let's jump over here to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. All right, this is Ezekiel 37. And I'll start at verse 15. Ezekiel 37:15. It says, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, man. And no other nation was included in this, man. Okay? All right, and in my header, it says two kingdoms become one. All right, so no nations were included in this. All right, you had the southern tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and then you had the northern tribe, all right, which were the Latin tribes and Reuben and Gad. Okay. All right, and this is the importance of why we go out and we have the sign out, man. All right, that's the stick that we're supposed to have visible, all right, with the 12 tribes shown, man, okay, as a visual identifier of who we are to the people while we speak, okay? And then on the backside, whether you have the 18 natures that are not included into the nation of Israel, okay? But let's read on. Ezekiel 37:17, it says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Verse 19, say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And we're witnessing this firsthand, okay, with the northern and southern tribe, all right, coming back together to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, all right, other known as America. Okay, but verse 20, it says, and the sticks wherein thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. So where's the heathen included in that? So he's going to take the children of Israel from among the heathen. Okay, all right, we were scattered, all right, due to the curses. Okay, so the Most High, you go in these Isaiah the 11:11, All right, it goes into the Lord, all right, gathering the dispersed amongst all the nations, man. Okay? But back at the top of 21, it says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them every one on every side and bring them into their own land. And this is future prophecy, man. We're not set to get on passport, get on a plane, and go back to Israel or pop up in Egypt and all the bullshit Jake been doing over the last few decades. Okay? All right, no, we have to wait on the Lord to gather us and bring us home, man, to our land that's promised unto us. Okay, but that land has to be cleansed of thermonuclear fire before we return. Okay, verse 22, it says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And this wouldn't have been able to be fulfilled without Yahweh's sacrifice. Okay, and him being worthy, the only one worthy to loose the seven seals, all right, to lead to the great awakening, all right, which brought the nations back together, all right, to prophesy. Okay, it says from the top of 22 again, it says, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Okay, so as King Solomon, all right, he went off in his old age, all right, and fell to the other gods of the concubines that he had. Okay, but as Yahweh Shai, what? He gave us his light and brought the tribes back together, all right, leading into the future of what? The deliverance is going to be, all right, the elect out of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, that will kick off the kingdom, so to speak, man. Okay, which will be Latin tribes, all the 12 tribes, man. All right, we'll find out who Dan, what happened with Dan, okay, which ain't no major concern. All right, we worried about it. The scriptures say we know in part, therefore we prophesy in part. We're not worried about that right now. Okay, that's not a concern. Our concern is preaching salvation, all right, and sharpening up the elect, okay, all right, and doing our what we have to do within the service and ministry until the end of this thing, okay, all right, and constantly rejoicing and being hyped up in the spirit because we're seeing the scriptures, all right, come to life day by day, man. Okay, there's only a few major prophecies left, and they are beating at the fucking door, man. Okay, so I just wanted to go into that briefly. All right, how about Shemel Shah willing it was edifying. All right, in which I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakodash. Double honors to our apostles and other bishops at Great Millstone. All right, who continue to rule well and guide us through the Spirit. Double honors to their teachers as well. And peace and blessings. Shalom to the Most High's hopefully elect. Keep fighting, keep pushing. We're almost out of here.